Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dashboards the Executives Actually Care About. Today, we are going to go through a live demonstration of specifically dashboards available in the OnePlan environment. We are a OnePlan partner and a Microsoft partner as well, and so we're really happy to have you here, and we hope that we can take a look at how you can configure these dashboards yourself and make a really big impact, particularly with executives. So the upcoming webinars that we've got, we host them every 2 weeks, but they're also on our YouTube channel, and we can share that in the chat. You can find our webinars also when the upcoming events are on our website, ppmworks.com/events. So the first question we really want to ask ourselves is, how does the leadership team currently get your portfolio status? Organizations sometimes use Power BI reporting, Tableau reporting, but the thing that's great about OnePlan now is that, all of those reporting tools require licenses. OnePlan, of course, requires licenses to log in, but there's all different license levels in OnePlan depending on the needs of your clients. And there are built-in dashboards that do not require Power BI licenses to consume them. So we're going to talk about those reports today, both in the portfolio area, the enterprise portfolio area of OnePlan, and in the objectives and key results strategy area in OnePlan. So what you want to try to think about is, are you really asking the right questions in these dashboards? Are you just showing what is the percent complete by task or milestones hit or missed? But really you want to be looking at these for what is the value that is being delivered. So what this means is when you're designing those dashboards is thinking about what are the things that executives need to track. When we first do envisioning sessions with clients that are developing brand new OnePlan environments, I often like to look at their required reports first because, of course, a report is only as good as the data that goes into it. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten the kind of message that reads, "My report is broken." And sometimes the response is really, well, the report is really working as designed, but maybe it's that the report needs to be redesigned or the data being put into that report needs to be improved. So we want to look at what are the things you actually need to capture in those reports so that you're delivering that value to executives who typically, I don't know if you have this same experience, but they don't want to spend much more than 2 or 3 minutes looking at a report so that they can see the information that they need. So let's take a look in OnePlan at where this resides. We are here in a demo environment, and what this demo environment has that lots of environments don't have, as I know my friend Kelly on the call knows, is sometimes it takes a long time to get really clean data in there. So the thing that's great about a demo environment in OnePlan is that you can install these groups and you can include content in them, and then you have a whole bunch of valuable data that you can play with and see what the results are on reports. So this has brought me to my home page here where I have my list of recent projects that I've accessed. But if I go to our enterprise portfolio, for any folks on the call who are familiar with Project Online, this is the equivalent of Project Center, soon to be deprecated on September 30th. And so this is where you can go and see all of your projects within your portfolio, depending on the permission structure you have here. We have some projects here that are connected to Microsoft Project still, the desktop application, so that you can publish from there, some that are connected to Teams, and there are other integrations that are available in OnePlan as well. And why that's important to mention is because that means that if you have different platforms that are being used in your environment, perhaps Smartsheet or Azure DevOps or Jira, you can integrate those with OnePlan, and then you can get all of the necessary data pulled into OnePlan so that OnePlan can be the center for your executive level reporting. So now from this list view, what I can do is I can switch to our dashboard view here, and you can see this is an example of these built-in dashboard reports that come automatically with this particular template. This is an adaptive portfolio management template here in the OnePlan environment, and as I mentioned, it has sample data in it. So this is quite literally the out-of-the-box report that comes with your OnePlan group. You can see here we have a couple of filters set here. So if I remove these filters up here in these slicers and I select someplace else, this list will get a little bit longer with more data on it. You can decide what fields come into these. You have the ability to edit these if you're an owner. It's really if you have the manage data permission, it allows you to edit these. So I can decide what columns are coming into this, if I want to display the totals and the title or not, how it's sorted, what the sort direction is, and so forth, and then what filters are on here. So for this one, we're just showing portfolio level plan types. So in OnePlan, we have the ability, unlike other tools that are flat, we can structure our projects so that they're under particular programs or under particular portfolios or the combination. This will allow us to then create either different reports or just a single filtered report. So if the application development team needed access only to their particular projects within their report, we could filter by where the business unit is applications. Okay, you can see we've got a product development one under here. It's probably because someone doing a demo in the past had changed that value. But unlike in Project Center in Project Online, I can edit that on the fly without needing to open that project. Besides the dashboards here, we have the ability to also just embed a Power BI report here. So this would be a templated Power BI report that would require a sign-in here, as you can see me doing with my PPM Works credentials. And so this is also a templated report that has much more detail. And so that can load here as an embedded Power BI report within OnePlan as well. So this will allow you to customize this report just as you can with these dashboards, but it has a lot more details here for matrix type reports, health summaries. You can see we have the risks summary across all projects. So we've got the plan names here, cloud migrations, concept development, and then what those risks are underneath each of those. The same with the issues and the pie charts that will allow us to dynamically select which ones are active, which ones are just that technical, see what that is, the technical category for risks and issues. So these behave just as a Power BI report would on the Power BI service, except it's embedded in OnePlan. This allows users to just consume those reports directly here in the tool rather than needing to navigate to another tab to go to the Power BI service and find those reports there. We also have a way to look at the roadmap here. And for here, we can determine what the grouping is. So right now, our grouping is by investment category, but we can group those in different ways. And so we can view that roadmap, which is sort of a nice timeline of projects with their statuses being highlighted. So you can see this one is off track. And so that's why it's highlighted in red. Capital investment on track. Data analytics is at risk. So those are highlighted by those colors here in the roadmap. And on the roadmap, we have different views. So we can see the projects by business unit. Okay, so that's going to be grouped by particular business units here. These views are already built into OnePlan. So I wanted to point this out to you because there's more available when it comes to an executive coming in and taking a look, more than just the dashboards that they can look at. There's actual built-in views and areas within OnePlan where they can take a look there. So you could decide what your executive level view is here. It could be that some of these environments already have that. If they wanted to look at their portfolio project financial summary, they can do that. If they wanted to look at the prioritization, they could here as well with the different plan types. And so you can see here, we have these prioritized from highest priority down to lowest priority, or ones that are not even ranking. So we have lots of different capabilities here just within OnePlan for executives to make good use of this tool. Keep in mind those executives can just have executive level permission. That means they can see, but they can't touch, but they'd still be able to get to all of these views. So let's take this to the next level. So now these are our enterprise portfolios that will constitute the actual projects we have running right now. In this environment, by default, we have projects and epics and engagements, but we also have an area here in OnePlan called strategy. And the strategy is made up of objectives and key results. So what this means is if we have a particular objective that we need to track, so driving organizational change or increasing revenue, I've seen ones that is, here we go, improving customer satisfaction. Okay, that's always a goal of PPM Works. And so if we were to track this objective, we could have specific key results. So here's the general objective, and then the specific things that we can measure. So one of our key results here, our key goals, would be to increase our customer satisfaction score by 10%. So if we were at 80 last year, we want to see 90 this year. The company average deal size, increase that by 25%. And then within that, we can have projects that are directly impacting this particular key result. So for here, we have epics. We may have others that are actually tracking projects. So here we want to increase website traffic. This might be something that the wonderful Katie on our webinar would be responsible for. So she'd be tracking in that particular project market research and content marketing to ensure that our website traffic is increasing by 20% through SEO. That is search engine optimization. Okay, so just like we have dashboards in the enterprise portfolio, we also have them here in objectives and key results. So I'm going to refresh this page because I have increased my zoom on my monitor, so I'm going to let that refresh. So using a page refresh will help us do that so that this whole pie chart shows. So the same things apply here. We have objective portfolios, so these are all of our objectives on here. We could modify this so that key results came in, or we can look here at the key result portfolio, which will have those specific tasks that we're tracking in those projects. And we can have key results that are associated to particular projects, like I showed with the search engine optimization. These can be edited. So if I go here to edit a particular tile here, I can do this. If I wanted to change what I'm doing here, grouping by priority, if I wanted to group it by something else, I could do that as well. So again, for anyone with the manage data permission in OnePlan, I'm a global admin, so I have that permission. They could come in and they could edit these. They could change how these are displaying. In our next release on August 28th, they're making some improvements to these. Minor things to me where they're color coding these and they're adding additional tiles. So they're making improvements to this all the time in OnePlan. So we find every month or every 10 weeks or so when the releases are coming out, we're checking what the progress is on those and what we can do to make these even better for our clients. You can see here that we have these both objective portfolios and key result portfolios here, and then we have both progress tabs on these as well. So these are just going to show what's our current progress on each of these objectives and on the key results. These could be updated as well so that they could be highlighted based on the particular color that I showed in the roadmap. So on the roadmap, we've got the same thing where we're tracking what the progress is on those objectives, but these at least will show you the color of those statuses. So this one, the improved customer satisfaction is at risk. Uh-oh. So I guess we need to do a little bit better to make sure our customers are satisfied. Again, only a demo environment. PPM Works environment has this at a very bright green, luckily. And so that covers our overview of where the dashboards are and what you can do to just make those easily accessible to executives. So again, they can have read level permission and they could still get to these. You can structure them based on their needs. We could increase the number of slicers here at the top. I'll show you if I go and I edit this here. This is where we decide where those slicers are. So that would be the pencils that show up here on these actual tabs. That's where you'd control those. If you wanted to control the particular tiles and the tables that are showing on these pages, you could do that on each of these with the pencil, where you can edit. You can decide how they're going to sort. Right now it's just sorted sort of by ID, so those come in no particular order. You can decide how those are edited. And that covers our short demo for today. Any questions? Kelly or Andrea, thank you so much for joining. Put those questions in the chat or Q&A, whichever you prefer. And if not, know that this webinar will be available if you want to share it with any of your colleagues. It will be published. Katie, would that be on the YouTube channel? Is that correct?
Yes, for those who are registered, they should be able to access it in the chat after the recording is done. But for general public, it will be up on the YouTube page.
That's great. Thank you, Katie. And thank you, Andrea, for the kind comment. I appreciate your attendance more than you know. Kelly, let's see. Is strategy a separate app function? It is. Yes, it's an area, Kelly. So this would be configured here where you'd set up and you decide if this is turned on or not. Okay, so yours probably has an eyeball that's hiding it. Let's see if I have anything in here that's hidden. And so you could show that, but then those projects, those objectives and key results would need to be created for you to be able to track them there. If you enable it, then what happens is while I'm here and I'm in inline help, you can see that the inline help will become available so that it can walk you through setting that up and executive tracking in progress. Any other questions? Dashboards I don't think these can be exported. That's a good question. I should know that. Yes, they can be exported. You'll see the big caveat here that this is in beta. So I can't promise how pretty they'll be on export, Kelly, but they are in fact exportable. Good question. All right, folks, I think with that, we're going to call it a webinar, and we look forward to your comments. If you have any questions or want to pass this on to others, you'll find it on the YouTube channel. You can always comment there on those posts. We do monitor those comments as frequently as we can. Please feel free to share our YouTube channel with your colleagues. The more traffic we get, the better we are at updating information. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day.